welcome to the fourth tutorial of Basic Java for Beginners. You can check our last 3 videos. I'll be posting the links in the description box below in case if you have missed watching any of them. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about if statement in brief, and then we are going to move on to logical operators. So for those coders or programmers who have an idea about C programming or VB scripts, will also have an idea about the if statement. So in Java also the basic concept is same, but somehow the syntaxes are only different. So here also this part remains same. I have discussed in detail about each of these statements in my last videos. You can have a look. So directly moving on to the if statement. For that I am declaring a integer int test equals to, let's say, 6. That's variable. Semicolon. A Java statement always ends with a semicolon. Now comes the if statement. If, so in brackets, say test equals to, let's say, 9. Okay, and then I start a bracket, I close a bracket. As I said, whenever I'll open a bracket, I close a bracket at the same time so that I don't miss out closing brackets at the end. Then system.out.println, just a minute, my system, yeah, println in brackets, I'll have the statement that I want to, the statement that I want to display as the output result. So this is one if condition. If this is not true, else what will the system do? If the system is unable to detect the first condition to be true, then system.out.println, it will print, let's say, this is the text for else. Okay, and let's check whether all the open brackets are closed or not. So 1 2 3 sets of open brackets, and okay, a semicolon here. One, two, three, four sets of open brackets and 4 closed brackets. So let's run the code and then I'll give a brief explanation of the statements. Okay, the code is running. Okay, so that's system dot. Okay, let's run it again. So this is the text for else. So now let me explain you the code in detail. So why does this is the output of this entire code? That is because I have declared the value of test, that is a variable, to be 6. Now I say I order or I direct my code that if the value of my variable test becomes 9, then it will print this. Otherwise, in all other scenarios, whatever is the value of test other than 9, if the code finds the value of test to be anything other than 9, then it will print this. This is the text for else. This message will be printed, will be displayed. So here, since the value of test is 6 and not 9, so this statement becomes false, and hence system goes directly to this code and displays this part. So that is all about if statement. You can play around with different if statements and different variables, changing their values and so on. But the basic construction of an if statement is what I just explained. Now I hope that's clear. So next I'll move on to logical operators. So for logical operators, I'll take an integer boy and say girl. Okay, those are my integers. Let's say boy equals to 18 and girl equals to, let's say, 68. Okay, you can take any integer, any values here. Now I'll start with my if statement. If, again in brackets, you'll always put the condition in brackets after an if statement. So if boy, let's say it's greater than 10 and girl is less than 60. Okay, then I'll open and close brackets. Inside the set of brackets I'll write system.out.println. In brackets I'll write down what I want the system to print. I'll write, let's say, enter. Okay, so this is a set of if statement. If that is not true, what will the system do? It will go on to the else part and it will print this one, system.out.println. In brackets it will print no entry. Okay, so semicolon here. Okay, there's an extra set of quotes, so semicolon here. First I'll run the statement and I'll explain what this code is about. So the system prints no entry. Now what I did here is, just like the previous if code demonstration, here also I have given the if statement. Inside the bracket I have given the condition. So what is the condition? If the value of boy is greater than 10 and girl is less than 60. So what does this AND stands for? When AND is given, both the statement must be true. That is, for the system to consider this entire condition to be true, both the statements at either side of the ampersand must be true. That is, in this case, the value of boy must be less than 10, greater than 10, and the value of girl must be less than 60 for the system to consider this one to be true and to print enter. But we find the value of boy I have given to be 18 and girl as 68. So both these statements aren't true. Hence the system directly goes to this part and it prints no entry. Okay. Now I'll show you another type of if statement, another type of logical operator. If in brackets, if in brackets I'll write down the condition. Let's say boy is greater than 10. Ampersand girl is less than, let's say, 70. I am doing this in order to make this part of the statement to be true, because the value of girl is actually less than 70. So this should be true. Okay. And I'll open and close brackets. I'll write the system.out.println in brackets. Let's say yes, and if this isn't true, then the system will print else, open close brackets, out dot println in brackets say no. Okay, so I can see there's an error here. What's the error? Let's check. Okay, so mistakenly there are double brackets. Okay, now let's run the code. So let's first comment out the first or else I'll delete this part, and now let me run this one. Okay, so I guess the YouTubers already viewing this one must have guessed this already, but this one will be print. So let's run it. Okay, so yes, so in the previous code we found that the system prints the second statement because the first one is not true, false, hence it is going to the second one. But here in this case, when ampersand is given, so this is a logical operator, when this is given, any one of these conditions must be true for the system to consider this statement to be valid and to print the system.out.println code. So that is all about logical operators for this video. You can play around with different sets of variables and integers and values, and let me know whether you will face any problems or not in the comment section below. So I'll be coming up with a new tutorial of basic Java for beginners. So stay tuned and keep coding, guys. Thank you.